Hello everybody! In this video, we'll be going over the Vocabulary Workshop Level Green Unit 2 words. You can follow along using your book at home. Let's get started! Our first word is aim. Aim does have two meanings. The first meaning is a verb. It's an action word, and it means to point or direct at a target. Basically, you are pointing something or you're trying to get it to go, that's direct, in the direction that you want, which is usually to some kind of target. Here, the boy is shooting an arrow to this target. In this video here, the man is shooting the basketball to this target, which is the hoop. Let's look at the example. In archery, you should aim for the center of the target. This one here is archery. And of course, the goal is to get a bullseye, to get your arrow in the middle of the target. Some synonyms are plan or target. There are no antonyms for the verb. And maybe you've played this game before. It's called tuho. In this game, you have to aim this stick into this target. Have you ever played this game before? For a lot of different sports, you need to have really good aim if you want to be good at that sport. We can also use the word aim as a noun, a person, place, or thing. It means a purpose or a goal. Basically, we use it as this word goal, the thing that you want to do or the thing that you want to achieve. For example, my aim was to win the state spelling bee. So their goal was to win the spelling bee. That's the thing that they wanted to do. And here's another example of an essay someone wrote called My Aim in Life. We can also think about it as your goal in life. So this person said, my aim in life is to become a good teacher. That's their goal. That's the thing that they want to do in the future. Have you ever played this game before? It's called chess. And in this game, there is an aim or a goal that both players are trying to get. So in this game, the aim is to trap the other person's king so that the king cannot move anywhere. That's the aim of this game. So remember, we can use the word aim as a noun to mean your goal or as a verb to mean trying to reach a target. Our next word is aware. Aware is an adjective, so it describes a noun, and it means knowing or realizing. So you know something or you find out some information. For example, we were aware that it was getting late. We already knew that the time was getting late. Here's another example for this word aware. We can say, are you aware that the library is closed on Saturdays and Sundays? So do you know that it's closed? Are you aware of the schedule for the library? We can also say, always be aware of cars when you're crossing the road. It means you need to look carefully. You need to know if there are cars coming before you cross the road. Again, our word is aware. Our next word is defeat. Defeat has two different uses. First, we can use it as a verb, an action word. It means to beat in a game or battle. Basically, to win. When you defeat someone, it means you are the winner. The example is, the Tigers hope to defeat the Bears in the last game. So the Tigers are one team, that's the name of the team, and The bears are the other team. That's their name. So the Tigers, this team, hopes to defeat or win over the other team, the bears. Some synonyms are conquer or overcome. There are no antonyms for this verb. And remember, this is a verb, so we can add ed at the end of our verb to use it in the past tense. For example, I can say, this tennis player easily defeated her opponent. She easily won. Or we can use it without ed to state that you want to do something, like I want to defeat the other team. I want to be the winner. Defeat can also be used as a noun. And when we use it this way, it means loss or failure. And the example says, the defeat was difficult for the player because she had worked so hard. So in this way, we're using defeat as a thing. The time that you lose, that is called the defeat. A synonym would be downfall, and the antonym would be win. One common way that we can use this word is by saying, the blank defeat caused blank. For example, I can say, the terrible defeat caused this player to cry. Or I can say, the quick defeat was very sad to watch. So again, when we use the word defeat as a noun, we are talking about the thing, the defeat. Something happened because of this defeat. But when we use it as a verb, we are talking about to beat, to be the winner in a game. You can also use the verb defeat if you lost. For example, you can say, I was defeated by my dad in the game. So in this sentence, the person who beat or the person who won was the dad. Our next word is drift. Drift is a verb, it's an action word, and it means to be carried away by water or air. For example, the balloon began to drift away from the child. It was carried away by the air in this case. Some synonyms are float or wander or stay. There are no antonyms for this word. Did you know that some otters hold hands so that they don't drift away from each other, so that they don't get carried away or move away in the water? Here's another example. We can say, there was a boat drifting in the ocean with nobody inside. So it's just moving away, being carried away by the water, and there's no one inside that can stop it from drifting, from being carried away. Our next word is mild. Mild is an adjective, and it means gentle or not harsh. Basically, we can say something is not very strong. For example, the doctor spoke to the young child in a mild tone of voice. It means when the doctor was speaking to the child, he's not speaking loudly. He's not saying something in a scary way. He's speaking very slowly, very calmly, in a kind way. Then we can say it was a mild tone of voice. Or we can use mild to describe food. If food is mild, then it's not very spicy. The flavor is very calm and not strong. We can also use mild to talk about the weather. When the weather is mild, it is not very cold, but it's also not very hot. It's kind of like in the middle or very comfortable. And another way we can use mild is to talk about our headaches. If you have a headache and it's not a very strong headache, it's just a little bit of a headache, we can say, I have a mild headache. You can use this word for other things that hurt too, like your stomach. If your stomach hurts a little bit, you can say, I have a mild stomach ache. Some synonyms are calm or warm, and the antonyms is strong. Remember, in our definition, we said it is not strong. So mild means gentle or not strong. Our next word is pause. We can use this word in two ways. The first way is as a verb, and it means to stop for a short time. For example, let's pause to think about what happened. Let's stop and think. Maybe you've seen this button on the remote control for your TV. We can call this the pause button. And when you click this button, it will pause the TV. So you can say, I clicked the button to pause the TV. Synonym is halt, and antonyms include continue or proceed. Halt just means stop in a very strong way. If someone says halt, it's a very strong way to say stop. And proceed just means to keep going. If you look at this video here, we can say, the child asked the teacher to pause because she could not write quickly. Or in this movie, the animals paused their fight when they heard a loud sound. Again, our word pause can be used as a verb like this, or we can also use it as a noun, a person, place, or thing. It means a short stop. So the meaning is the same, but the way we are using the word is different. In this example, we can say, there was a pause between the two scenes in the play. So if you've ever seen a play where there's actors like singers and dancers on the stage, a lot of the time they will do a few songs and then there will be a pause. There will be a short stop or a break in the middle, and then they will continue after that time has passed. A synonym of this is break, and there is no antonym for this word. Have you ever been talking with someone and then suddenly both of you stop talking? Maybe because you're thinking about something or there's nothing else to say? In that case, you can say, there was a pause in the conversation. There was a short stop. And remember, this is our noun, not the verb. If you want to use it as a verb, you can say, she paused to think. So here, she is the subject doing this action. But in this sentence over here, there was a pause. The pause is the thing that we are talking about, not she. Another common way that we can use this word is, the news gave her pause. Maybe something surprising or scary happened, so it caused her to pause. It caused her to stop. Or maybe you're thinking about doing something that might be a little bit dangerous or something that you're not sure about. Then you can say, this action caused me to pause. Or it gave me pause. It made me want to stop. Our next word is refuse. Refuse is a verb. It's an action word, and it means to not accept or agree to something. Basically, you are saying no. For example, I refuse to admit that I was wrong. It means I don't want to. I will not do it. I will not say that I was wrong. Synonyms are deny and reject. And antonyms are accept and agree. Another way you can use this word is by saying, the girl refused to listen to her mom. A lot of times we refuse to listen to things. So this is a good word to use for that. Or, is there a time when you didn't want to go to school? Then we can say, she refused to go to school. She did not want to. She did not accept. She did not agree. And in this one here, you can see the dog is jumping on the man. Maybe because the man refused to get out of bed and the dog wanted to go for a walk. And of course, did you ever have to take medicine that didn't taste very good? We can say, the boy refused to take the disgusting medicine. Our next word is route. Route is a noun and it means a road or way of travel between two places. For example, my bus takes the quickest route to school. Synonyms are path or course, and there is no antonym for this word. So here in this picture, you can see that there is this colorful line that takes you from point A. Let's say point A is over here, and point B is over here, this red one here. So this line that we are following, this is our route. But sometimes there's more than one way that you can go to a place. So here's another route that you can take. I can go this way. And there is a third route even. I can go this way. All of these ways of going from one place to another place is a route. Sometimes the routes can be long, they can be short, they can be quick, or they can even be slow. So I can say, I took the longest route to get to school because I woke up early. Or I took the shortest route to get home because I was tired. My phone always gives me the quickest route to go home. Or I can say the new driver took the slowest route to school because she didn't know the roads. And it's important that you find a good route whenever you go somewhere, because if you don't find a good route, then you might be stuck in some terrible traffic. Our next word is ruin. Ruin is a verb, it's an action word, and it means to destroy or damage something. For example, big waves will ruin my sandcastle. If I make a sandcastle and a big wave comes, then the sandcastle will be destroyed. It will be ruined. Since it's a verb, we can use it in the past tense like this, ruined. Or we can add ing when someone is doing something right now. I can say, this awful boy is ruining my sandcastle. Some synonyms are break, wreck, or spoil. And antonyms are save, fix, or restore. Restore means to bring something back to how it used to be. Another example can be, I ruined the cup when I dropped it on the floor. Or, Mom was angry because I ruined the walls by drawing on them. Have you ever ruined something? Or has anyone ever ruined something that belonged to you? How did it make you feel when your things were ruined? Our last word is solid. Solid is an adjective and it means having shape and hardness, something that is hard. Or we can use this word to mean not liquid or gas. And another way is we can say something solid is very strong and reliable. Reliable means that you can count on it. You know that this thing will always work, or this person will always help you. They are reliable. Let's look at the example. After the boat ride, I was happy to be back on solid ground. This is a way that people often use this word. They use it together with ground. It means that maybe they were on the water for a long time, and after you're on the water for a long time, you might start to feel sick. So when you get back to the land, you can say it feels good to be back on solid ground. A lot of people also use this when they're riding in an airplane, or maybe they're on a roller coaster. After they get off the roller coaster, they maybe weren't feeling good, so they can say they are happy to be back on solid ground. Something solid is hard. It has hardness, it has a shape, so we can use it to talk about things like this big piece of chocolate. We can say this chocolate is very solid. It's very hard. It feels very strong. Or a lot of times we use it to talk about some furniture, like tables or chairs. We can say, this table is made of solid wood. It means it's very strong, it's very hard. There's only wood in this table, there's nothing else. We can also use solid as a way to talk about some ideas. We can say that's a really solid idea. It means it's a very strong idea. Maybe it's reliable. You know that this thing will work. I can even use it to talk about a person. I can say she is a solid person. When I say this, it doesn't mean that she's very hard. It means that she is reliable. She's a good person. She's kind. I know that if I need help, she will help me. So I can say she is a solid person. Some synonyms are hard or firm, and antonyms are weak or flimsy. And that's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening to the Vocabulary Workshop Level Green Unit 2 words, and I'll see you next time for the next video. Bye!